Welcome to the weekly shir, Zera Shimshon. It's Yom Rishon. I didn't have time Erev Shabbos, but here we are from Parshas Hazino. It's Yud Gimel it's Yud Gimel Tishrei, 2 days before Sukkot in Eretz Yisrael. Tav Shin Pei Beis. Okay, this is a shtickle Gemara. I'm reading the English because it makes it easier to understand. The Gemara backs Rashi. It says, Yizbechu l'shedim lo ya'alaha alahim lo yada'um chadashim yikarei bo'u lo sa'arum avaysechem. They would slaughter to demons without power, gods with a small g, whom they knew not. Newcomers recently arrived, whom your ancestors did not dread. The literal translation without power, this is the Zera Shimshon saying now, that without power is not a god. Rashi says, Tatarkum Onkelos renders it correctly as spirits that have no usefulness. They're useless. If they had been useful, Rashi continues, Hashem would not have displayed the redoubled fury he exhibits here. In other words, Hashem was extremely annoyed at Klal Yisrael for worshiping something that had no life to it. The Gemara in Avodah Zarah elucidates. Agrippus the general asked Rabban Gamliel, doesn't your Torah say that God is a jealous God? Jealous? A wise man is jealous of a wise man, a powerful man of a powerful man, and a wealthy man of a wealthy man. Why should God be jealous when it comes to them worshiping something inferior to him? These are gods that don't make any sense. They're Evan, eights for Evan. Rabban Gamliel explained with a parable. If a man decides to take an additional wife for himself, the way his original wife will react will depend on the following variables. If the new wife is superior to her and of more impressive lineage, then the first wife will not be jealous. However, if the new wife is of less distinguished lineage, then the first wife will be jealous and resentful. If the new wife is superior, the original wife can at least comprehend why her husband brought another woman into the house. But if the woman he chose to marry is nothing special, she will not only be resentful of his decision, but will actually come to hate her husband for marrying someone she considers unworthy. It's as Rashi said, the less worthy the new wife, the angrier the first one. The more broken the utensil being worshipped, the angrier Hashem will be. Yirmiyahu describes Hashem's anger at the Jews for betraying him and for serving Avodah Zarah by saying, they have abandoned me, their source of life-sustaining liquid, to dig broken wells for themselves. Pasuk in Yirmiyahu, we say that one of the Haftarahs. Clearly, Hashem is annoyed by Klal Yisrael's worship of a nothingness that has no substance. However, there is a midrash that implies the exact opposite. After the Chet HaEgel, Moshe Rabbeinu asked Hashem why he is so upset with his nation. Why, O Lord, should your anger be kindled against your people whom you have brought up from the land of Egypt with great power and strong hand? The Midrash in Shmos Rabbah lets us eavesdrop on the rest of their conversation. Moshe Rabbeinu said to Hashem, Master of the world, your nation made an assistant for you. Why are you angry at them? You make the sun shine, and he will work with the moon. You move the stars, and he will adjust the constellations. You bring down the dew, and he will power the winds. Hashem's response, you too, Moshe, are making a mistake regarding the Egel. It is completely powerless. If that's the case, Moshe replied, why, O Lord, should your anger be kindled against your people? What are you getting angry about? Something that has no power. Moshe Rabbeinu seems to be making the following point here to Hashem. Why get upset at Klal Yisrael if they are worshipping something that has no substance? Why be jealous of something that is empty? Moshe Rabbeinu seems to be approaching the question from the exact opposite angle that Rashi did. It's possible that Moshe Rabbeinu specifically argued this way when it came to the golden calf, claiming that Bnei Yisrael were not attempting to actually worship Avodah Zarah or to rebel against Hashem's authority. All they wanted was a leader who would tell them what to do. That being the case, there was no reason for Hashem to take the powerless golden calf seriously. On the other hand, when Bnei Yisrael were seriously involved in Avodah Zarah and following foreign gods, Rabbi Gamliel's parable is accurate and explains Hashem's reaction to their misguided actions. Okay, that's the piece from the Zerah Shimshon today. A little puzzling, because it's hard for us to understand the Yetzer Hara for Avodah Zarah, because it was terminated many years ago by the time of the Amoraim. So anyway, here's a segula. Misaper Harav, I didn't say who it is, but he's Shlita. The names remain anonymous most of the time because they don't want people to know. Anyway, he says, B'ni Shloimei Nishmasa Yechiyeh Shehainu Siyata Dishmaya Muchshar Me'oid. He was a very special boy, but Tekufa Achreina Haya Me'oid Chalash B'limudim. In the last Tekufa, I don't know what he means, but Tekufa, maybe the last couple of months, he was very weak in his learning. Which came first? I don't know. It's the chicken or the egg. Did he get the bad chaverim first, or did he stop learning and then get the bad chaverim? Whatever happened first, it wasn't good. I had a lot of agmas nefesh and a lot of aggravation from this. And it's difficult to even write down how far this got to. You can imagine, use your imagination. So I lost all hopes, and he was in a very difficult situation, and he figured he was about to lose his son to being a friar. Anyway, so I heard from my friend about this holy Sefer Zerah Shimshon, that promises a Yeshua to those who learn his Sefer. Miyad kavati la'atzmi limud yom b'mispah sefer, and I was kaveya. I made an appointment every day to learn the Sefer. Mitoich kama yomim roisi Yeshua. In a few days, he saw Yeshua. Mibni shabini yeshiyichias kibul ba'isei loy musbar. So my son accepted on himself without explanation, in an unexplained way, in a miraculous way. Cheshkas HaTorah ve'avas HaTorah. All of a sudden he got to love Torah again and desire learning. Mikan ve'elech Yisraimim ha'azaves ha'chaverim ha'chazer lekadmusay. So he forsook his friends with no goodniks, and he went back to his previous state of being a masmid. But betuchani shahaya zeh b'schus ha'mechaber ha'kodesh ha'avtachaisav. So I'm certain, he said, that this was in the merit of the mechaber of the Zerah Kodesh, Zerah Shimshon. Asher kefi she'anu royim ein devorav shavim reikam. His words don't go forsaken. Omoyel lekol Yeshua's beruchnius obegashmius, and it helps in Yeshua's different salvations, both in the spiritual world and the physical world. Ken yazev Hashem yisboich mali. Kol mishalos libenu omein selo. Anikore lekol misharoya es asipuri. And I call to anyone who sees this story, v'ruach emuna poyim b'liboy, and the spirit of belief beats in his heart. Shelo yehasesh v'lo yamtim, should not hesitate and not wait. Elo yaser etzoynoi shel ha'hai tzaddik, look to do the will of this tzaddik. V'yikva shir b'dvorav hakadoshim, and the Kaveh Ashir in his holy words. Be'ezras Hashem yizker l'roi b'barachos v'yeshuos ve'ein segula ka Torah. Like we'll be singing soon by Simchas Torah, and everybody have a wonderful Simchas Torah. A Sukkos and a Simchas Torah, and B'ez Hashem will be in touch, because I have to travel to America now, in B'ez Hashem this coming week for the Chasna, my last daughter. Kol Tov Zaygebesh.